Well, if you come to visit me in my home office or here at the church office, you will notice one thing that is consistent on my desk, no matter which desk it is, are a multitude of books. For example, I have a little book on the Essential Lutheran Handbook that's kind of a cute little thing. I have a devotional book on this day, and then I have a theological study by N.T. Wright that is fairly deep. Along with that, I have a book by Geoffrey West on scale, the universal laws of growth, innovation, sustainability, and the pace of life in organisms, cities, economies, and companies. It's a very interesting book on a very macro level in terms of studying how things actually happen. And then on an even higher level, I have this new book, We Have No Idea, A Guide to the Unknown Universe by Cham and Weitzen. I just love learning, and I enjoy reading. In fact, I have been called a voracious reader. And yes, I'll read some novels. I like mystery novels. I love biographies. I think God has created us for wonder. God has created us to ask questions. God has given us this ability to learn, and that ability doesn't stop. We now know, for example, that the human brain continues to grow in our ability to think as time goes on. There was a time not long ago when we believed the human brain had a particular capacity. Once it reached it, that was it, and then it began to shrink in its capabilities. Now we know that's not true. The brain, like any other muscle, if you will, continues to grow strong as it is exercised, and God has created us to keep using our brains, just as we're now learning of the positive things about exercise. And then I read this in the book of Ephesians. For we are what God has made us, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand to be our way of life. So God has created us not only with this incredible ability to wonder and think, but for a purpose. And that purpose is to do good. And that was part of the design in the creation of humankind, according to St. Paul in the letter to the Ephesians. And isn't it fascinating, just as we now know that exercising the brain can keep our thinking vital, and exercising our bodies can keep us healthy, we also know that if you want a healthy life entirely, you'll also be serving others. Of all the characteristics that human beings have that can bring enrichment to the individual, right up there at the top of the list is doing good, because God created us with a need to do good. Christians are called to do good because it evokes within us that profound sense of purpose and gives us meaning and joy. So I want to challenge you. Use your mind. Exercise your body and live your purpose by getting involved in volunteer work in your community, your neighborhood, and a church. You'll like your life a lot better, if you will. And that's the insight for today.
Thank you for watching Insight. You can view the previous episode, and please subscribe to our channel by clicking the link below.